Bring him from the yard.
This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you another What's in the Case. Oh, welcome back, guys. This one's going to be a little bit different than the previous two, in that I do have 4 more of those original 24 car cases that do have cars in them, but I want to switch it up because I have 12 of the 48 to 50 car cases that go up on the wall that have cars in them too. And some of those you have seen in past videos, so we'll probably wait until later in the series to show some of those. But also, in this one, and you'll see why, is going to be more cars than I normally show in one of these, just because, and we'll get to that when you guys see the cars and you'll understand why I didn't do a separate video for about half of what's here. So, to start with, we'll start with this J2000. Now, this did come in a new arrivals video. I believe I showed it before. And I just noticed something on the bottom of here. There's a little, looks probably supposed to be the oil filter or something. That thing is huge on this car. So the J2000, so back in the 70s, GM Pontiac, they had the Pontiac Sunbird. Well, they discontinued the name. They discontinued the car for like 1 or 2 years, and they brought it back as the J2000, and it didn't have the Sunbird name. So the J2000 was a 1 year only, and then the next year they brought back the Sunbird name. Now, interestingly enough, I did own a 1990 Sunbird that I drove for years, and I drove that thing all over the place. Now, at the time, I had like a 25-minute drive one way to work, and once a week, and that was driving from Bryan, Ohio to Paulding, Ohio, and back and forth. So I had about 50 miles a day. And then one day a week, I would go to Defiance to drop something off at another location. And then one day a week, I would stop in Defiance and go to Napoleon. And that car had a 4-cylinder. It was a 5-speed manual. And I would fill the gas tank on that every 8 days like clockwork. So, fun little car. I kind of miss it, even though it was kind of underpowered. But there's that. I think we might do a restoration on this at some time, or a custom. I think I might have another one of these. I'm not sure, but that would be, if I ever do something with this, it won't be for a long time on the channel. And then one of my favorite cars from my childhood is the Hot Wheels Hot Rod. I'm not sure exactly what the name of this one is. Maybe if you guys know, you could let me know in the comments down below. When I got this car, again, back in 2019, because I had lost my original childhood collection of approximately 100 cars in a house fire in 2012, and I got this car again, it gave me goosebumps. It's really, one of my favorite cars from childhood. So there's that. And then we'll kind of get into these little bugs over here. Some of my favorite Sweet 16s are the custom VWs, custom Volkswagens, and we have a blue, and the axles are bent on these. This one, somebody scratched their initials in the side of it with a JB. Maybe we'll zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. I hope I'm showing these scars to you guys good enough. Let's just flip this screen down so I can see it better. Here we go. So JB, this is a US one, and the top does move. That is original, as is. Original wheels, bent axles. I think they used to bend these to make them go faster on the track, or they thought they would. I don't know. But there's a blue one, and then I had this beautiful green one, and again, all original, and this paint is practically perfect. There's a few little chipping, chips around the edges and whatnot, but originally the headlights were painted silver, and that's worn off. The glass is perfect. There is some cracks in the sunroof, but I don't think that would warrant drilling this thing apart because it is original and the tires are almost perfect just the way they are. I don't think I would ever do a restoration on this because it is just such a beautiful piece. So there's that one. And then I think this is antifreeze. Yeah, this looks like an antifreeze, and again, it's a US car, and there is some toning, and you know, paint is a protectant, and when you have something like that where oxidation is going on, the only way to stop it is to cover it up, right? So as good as this one looks, I may have to consider doing a restoration on it at some point, but again, if I ever did, or if I ever made that decision, that wouldn't be for a while. But as it sits, I would keep that one just the way it is. And here's another blue one, and this is the Hong Kong version. And you notice the difference in the glass. The glass on the Hong Kongs is blue, and the US is white. And again, you know, the US just has, on the Bugs, they just have the one hole in the base, but they don't have the 4 holes that show the axles. In the Hong Kongs they do. And this one, you know, it's missing some paint around the edges and whatnot. And again, this is in the same type of condition that this one is, pretty much, where it's almost too good to restore, and it's almost to the point that it should be restored just to preserve the metal that's there, because you want to keep that coated and protected. So that wouldn't be something that I would decide right now. This one definitely will be a restoration, and this one's definitely, I would say, 99.9% not. These two, I would say, are probably 90% that I would not. This one maybe 75 to 60% not. Maybe, you know, up to 35% I might do a restoration on it. This one maybe 10%. This one here I bought off of eBay, and it was listed as restored. And this pink Bug, and I've been tossing around in my mind what to do with this, because the patina on this is so beautiful. When I got it, they had drilled it, and looks like they probably had to put a new sunroof in it, more than likely, is why they drilled it. Because if you look at this one, might be original. I'm not sure. Maybe the steering wheel was missing or something. I don't know why they drilled it apart, actually. But they put the deep dish wheels on it, and when I got it, they had glued the post, but it had come apart, and it was jacked way up. It wasn't even put together correctly, and then it wasn't even actually glued, didn't actually stick. So I drilled out the post and put a screw in it. But I was wondering if I might be able to just clear coat this one just the way it is, since the body's already been separated, just to preserve that patina so the paint doesn't come off any more than it already has. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. I would just love to keep that the way it is, but preserve what's there. So let me know what you guys think. You know, should I clear coat this with like a matte clear, or leave it alone? Or should I clear it with a gloss top coat? I just got the Createch stuff in today that I ordered. But I do have some matte clear coming as well. I know usually on these old, like the real cars, they do like a satin clear, or you know, just to, so it's not as super shiny. But you know, let me know what you guys think. Should I just give it a gloss coat, give it a matte coat, or just leave it the way it is? Let me know. Okay. And then this one I just got recently, and this was, actually I didn't get this recently. This was in that lot of cars off of eBay that I got a couple years ago. And the ones with the plastic base are not that, don't have that much value. But with the chipping and stuff on there, I might do somewhat of a restoration on this, and it's a Redline as well, with a straight axle through. Has the bug on top and everything. Might do something with that sometime. I don't know. That would be for a future decision. And then getting into some of my more special cars. When I saw this thing originally on eBay, I had no idea what it was, and it's like a Gleam car or something along those lines. And I got it. It has a plastic body and a metal base, and I was like, man, this is dumb. What? I might use it for parts for something, but then I don't know. Are these things? I don't know. If it's a black wall, obviously. I don't know if these things are really worth anything or not. But in our reality, I wouldn't do anything with this just because of the texture. Like, that's all those little facets and everything you see. That's part of the body. And then it's gold plated. So I don't know. That probably just sit in my collection just the way it is. It has on the back corner, there's the plating's chipped off there a little bit, and I don't think this, and then on the A-pillar there at the top by the roof, doesn't look like this car was ever played with. It probably just sat on a shelf or something. I don't know. And then in some of my more special cars, and these two right here, and you see these things all the time where the tampos are worn and the finish is faded, and they're perfect, both of them. I got these off of eBay a couple years ago in 2 separate auctions, and at the time, yeah, I paid for them, but they go for more than that now. It's just this one that stays up, this one doesn't. But I just really love these cars. Okay. And then I believe these cars were part of an FAO Schwartz release where they're 24 karat gold plated. And we have the Olds 442. And these cars, they're just the way they are. You touch them and it gets fingerprints on them, and then you have to wipe them off. And then we have an Alive 55 with white lines on the tires. And that's about as far as that hood opens. And these have always been display pieces. Haven't just done that restoration on that original Alive 55. It really makes me appreciate this one too. What else? Oh, okay. So let's get these out of the way. Looking at these, okay, and you can still get these. I believe there's one person that I saw that sells them on eBay, and they still go for about what I paid for them back in 2019, and they need polished from when I touched them the last time. The bad thing about this is if you move this in any way, they come out of it because they just sit in there. they come out, and this is the 24 karat gold plated performance collection series 2. Let me just take these off of here. Okay. And they're numbered, and this is 4782 of 6,000. Okay. So the last I looked, somebody had them for about 150 bucks a set, and I considered buying another set, and like, no, I already have them. I don't really want to, but these are just gorgeous, gorgeous cars. And this one, then these ones have the windows in them where these ones don't have the glass from Mattel. And they're just gorgeous, beautiful cars. When I originally saw these on eBay, I had to have them. The Snake and Mongoose. The gold center hubs, Redline tires. For a long time I used a close-up picture of one of these as my icon on YouTube. I changed that recently to... What did I change it to? I changed it to the Bullet Mustang. What time is it? Okay. I gotta pause here and watch the drawing video live premiere. I'll be back. Alright, so that was pretty cool. So if you have not seen that prize drawing video, go over there and check that out too, because you may have won a prize. Onward and forward. We'll get these cars out of the way. And now, the cases that these cars came in, they each came with a special vehicle. So we'll start with this. The 55 Chevy Gasser metal base. This is one of the premium cars, and so there's that one. So the case that came in, I have 3 of. And what happened is I bought these from Amazon, and I needed another case, and they were out of the exact same one that I had, so I bought one with a car in it. And then later they only had 2 left in stock, and I went ahead and bought those just to have them for the future. So that's why I have 3 of these. Okay, and now for the real reason why we are showing so many cars in this video. So the other case is that I have come with the 50th anniversary Chevy lowered air. It's supposed to have air ride suspension. Comes on, and both of these vehicles come on the Real Riders. Okay, so I have 1. Alright, let's kind of put him over there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Will I ever customize any of these? I don't know. I saw one of these trucks for sale, and I don't remember if it was on eBay. It may have been on Mercari. I don't remember. I saw one, just the truck, and you can only get these with those cases. They're not for sale in stores. One of these trucks was listed for sale for the same price you buy the whole case for. On to future projects, things I'm working on in the background. This car I'm going to get started on tonight. It's Sunday night. I'm going to get started on that for Friday this week. So that'll be coming up. At the same time, I'm also going to be working on this car, getting it torn apart, stripped down. Still have What was going to be the first restoration on my channel is this custom Barracuda, which has a lot of pitting and toning on it. And then I started on this one last week to be my weekly build, and it has a little bit of pitting on it. But I'm going to get my zinc plating stuff out and start working on these some more, so I can work these into the rotation. And also yesterday, Diecast Show Custom Xavier over there, and then DT99 Race. They had a cooperative build where they each restored one of these cars. And so I went looking through mine because, you know, in that new arrivals video I showed all the 442s that I got, and this is one of them. And this is one that I want to restore. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful condition. The body won't need much of anything at all, just basically stripped, polished, and repainted, and put some new caps on the back tires. More than likely we'll replace this front axle because those tires do have play wear. The light on top is chipped a little bit, and somebody tried to touch up the paint with an off-color white paint, and they also painted in the taillights. Now, I asked both and DT99 Race, I wish I knew your name, I asked both him and Xavier about the taillights on this, if they had been painted from the factory, and in fact they were not. And after I asked him, I took another look at it, and this color is too light. Another of my Chargers. So, see how dark that red is? It's almost orange. And how bright that is? Yeah, this is not factory. If these taillights had been painted from the factory, they would have been closer in color to this. They would not be that bright of a red. So when that gets restored, it will not get that. I did go ahead and order decals and stickers. I got 2 sets of each coming, because I have 4 of these cars that I do want to restore. And then I have another one that's missing the hood, and I got a replacement hood for that, and I'm going to turn that into a clone of one of the original 442s with the opening hood and the wing on the back. So there's those. Just give you a heads up. I also have, look in the description below for my upcoming builds. Alright guys, I think that's about it for this one. So appreciate you guys watching, all your support and all your comments, and clicking that like button really means a lot to me. Also, don't forget, on April 1st I'll be counting the votes on the subscribers choice video to see what car I'm going to be building for my last weekly build of the month, and then I'll be putting another car in with the 2 that don't get picked to be voted on for the build in the month of May. Make sure, if you haven't watched that video, go over and click on it and pick the car that you want me to build. And it's going to be every month, and then at the end of the year I'm going to give all those cars away. So you guys get to be more involved with my channel. You guys actually get to pick a car that I build, and after the last one there'll actually be 9 cars this year. So in January of next year we'll have 2 videos where I will let you guys vote on and pick your favorite build of the year. You know, the main thing is you guys get to vote on which one you like the best, and that'll be the grand prize. But again, you know, then like a week later after that I'll put up another video and give them all away. And then starting in January, you know, we'll start all over again. You know, so the month of December you'll be voting on January's car, and we'll just keep going and going and going. You know, I'm on Instagram now. Click that link and, you know, go over there and follow me and share my stuff on there. I post pictures of like the beauty shots of my completed builds on Instagram. Okay. I do have an idea in the future as a way to share some of my pre-production stuff. What it is I do have a Patreon account. I do support other builders in the community through Patreon. And the thing of it is I don't want to put my content behind a paywall. I don't want pre-release of videos Like, when my stuff comes out, I want it to be available to everyone. It's going to be released at the same time every week. My Wednesday stuff and my weekly bills. It's going to be around the same time every week, and you can count on that. You know that on this day there's going to be this video, right? But my thought is, I could use Patreon to post this stuff, the information on this for my upcoming stuff. I can put that in the Patreon so you guys can see that. Those are my thoughts. Right now I'm just paying for all this out of my pocket, and I hate to say it, but I'm actually in debt because of this. I'm not looking to make money at this. I'm not looking to get rich, but it'd be nice to have something coming in to help cover it. I think I've talked long enough. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I will see you next time.